Celebrities like to act just like us, but in reality their wealth is ridiculous and their choices in homes plus their so-called necessary amenities is definitely a good indicator of this. Most celebrities also have more than one home, but for today I'll try to keep us on track by only talking about their most expensive real estate purchases. However, I may toss in the odd summer home if it's up to par. Who knows? Welcome to Top 10 Beyond the Screen. I'm your host, Johnny Rogers, and before we kick this video off, let us know down below which celebrity you think has the best home and tell us why. Also, if you don't want to miss another daily video from us, make sure you tap that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Plus, make sure you stay all the way until the end of this video because you won't believe our #1 spot. Now, without any further delay, let's get right into today's list, the top 10 most expensive celebrity houses. In at number 10, Ryan Seacrest. Ryan Seacrest today is worth over $350 million, so you know his house is going to be crazy. After a roller coaster of price hikes and price chops, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi finally sold their enormous compound in Beverly Hills to Ryan Seacrest. According to a report from TMZ, the house was listed on the market for $49 million, which is way undervalued considering that she purchased the home in 2007 for $29 million, and then over the next few years she actually bought up the surrounding mansions. This then expanded their already massive compound to over 24,000 square feet, but cost them around $50 million. The 9-bedroom property features a 9,200 square foot main residence, a pool, and multiple guest houses. In at number 9, Tiger Woods. After the whole Tiger Woods cheating scandal, he and his wife got divorced in 2010. Around that time though, he also finished remaking his home on Jupiter Island in Florida, which included a backyard practice facility for his golfing. The incredible thing about this estate is that it sits not too far from the Intercoastal Waterway with the Atlantic Ocean on the other side. The home was purchased for around $40 million, which included 12 acres and the 9,000 square foot plus beachfront home that was on the property. Although after tearing down the original home and rebuilding, they upped the value of the property to $54.4 million. The golf course I was mentioning earlier is about 3.5 acres. The grounds also include a tennis court, oxygen therapy room, a full gym, a wine cellar, a game room, a media room, and 2 boat docks. The total cost for the renovations was about $15 million. In at number 8, Kim and Kanye. Back in April of 2018, Kanye West shared some images of the interior of their hidden home in the hills. Reportedly, the couple purchased the home in 2014 for $20 million, but made extensive renovations over the years that resulted in the house gaining tons of value. The house now is worth around $60 million, but inside the home, you would never really know. From the photos that I've seen, the house looks very simplistic in its aesthetic and it has a clear attempt at minimalism. In addition to this home, Kanye also has recently purchased a sprawling ranch in Cody, Wyoming. The home is 75 miles from Yellowstone National Park and includes a restaurant, a saloon, a ranch-style event venue, a maintenance shop, an office building, multiple barns for his horses, and a state-of-the-art shooting range. On the property, Kanye also was approved to build a 52,000 square foot home along with 2 underground garages totaling up to $14 million. Man, Wyoming gets you a lot more for $14 million than it does in LA. Woo! LA, that's an apartment. In at number 7, Jay-Z and Beyonce. The Los Angeles Times reported that the power couple received a mortgage of $52.8 million for their $88 million purchase of a newly built 30,000 square foot mansion. The deal was the most expensive home sale of the year in LA, topping an $85 million sale in Malibu. Forbes recently declared the couple as billionaires with a net worth of $1.16 billion. The funny thing was that they only got this home after being outbid on another home purchased by the creator of Minecraft. That's a hard flex. With an original asking price of $135 million, Jay-Z and Beyonce got this 2-acre Bel Air compound for quite a steal. The property is comprised of 6 separate structures, with the main house boasting 8 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, a gaming and entertainment building, a 15-car garage, as well as 4 pools and a basketball court. In at number 6, George Clooney. Although there have been rumors over the years that George Clooney plans to sell his estate in Italy, that doesn't seem to be the case based on a recent interview that he did with The Hollywood Reporter. Constructed during the 18th century on the banks of Lake Como, the home is today the perfect mix of its original charm and all the modern amenities one would expect in a house with a price tag of $100 million. For example, it has ornately carved ceilings and tile floors, but has also been renovated to include a full gym, huge spa-like bathrooms, and what's called a pizza pizza room. The grounds are also spectacular and include landscape gardens, a pool, tennis court, a garage for his motorcycles, and an outdoor theater. However, this is merely George Clooney's summer home that he's spent time in since 2002 for vacations or private hangouts with other celebrities. He spends most of his time at his hidden mansion in Studio City that he purchased from Stevie Nicks in 1995, though the price was undetermined. In at number 5, Hugh Hefner. Hugh Hefner's Playboy Mansion is arguably one of the most notorious homes in the world. The 30-room house features a game room, a zoo, a bird enclosure, a grotto, a tennis court, basketball court, wine cellar, and a screening room with a built-in pipe organ. That's some old school stuff. Hefner originally bought the mansion for $1.1 million in 1971, but it was sold for a whopping $100 million in 2016. Despite that being about half of his asking price at the time, it was still the largest residential real estate deal in Los Angeles history. I guarantee the fact that Hugh Hefner lived there was the reason for this real estate bump in price, because this is a massive profit on that original purchase. The current owner, Darren Metropolis, actually made arrangements with Hefner where he agreed that Hugh could live in the home until his death. Darren also reached an agreement with the Los Angeles City Council that confirmed he will not demolish the house and actually intends on restoring and updating the nearly 100-year-old building. And at number 4, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah currently resides in a 23,000 square foot mansion that sits on a 40-acre estate in Montesino, California. She refers to her home as the Promised Land, and the mansion is even secluded in the hills, and despite its vast size, it is practically impossible to get very close to. The Promised Land has 6 bedrooms, 14 bathrooms, a gourmet kitchen, 10 fireplaces, 2 home theaters, one inside and one outside of course, a large guest house with a private pool, a wine cellar, and multiple tennis courts. The property is also home to lots of gardens as well as avocados and fruit orchids. In early 2016, Oprah actually dropped another $28.85 million on a neighboring property known as the Seamare Farm Estate. The expansion boasts 4 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms, an outdoor pool, tennis courts, home cinema, and a lake. The Farm Estate home even has all of the equipment and stables fit for an equestrian center. While she purchased the mansion for $50 million in 2001, today it's estimated to be worth almost twice that, thanks to the addition, of course, of more land and lavish renovations. In at number 3, George Lucas. The aptly titled Skywalker Ranch couldn't have been a better name for the home of famed Star Wars director George Lucas. George purchased the 47-acre Skywalker Ranch in 1974 and is believed to have spent around $100 million renovating and updating it over the years. Today's specific information about the Marin County property is pretty secretive, and visitors must be invited and pictures are not allowed at all. In fact, it's rumored that Ronald Reagan even asked to see the property during his presidency, but the request was denied. What is known about the property is it includes several buildings, a 300-seat movie theater, a separate 2-story library, an outdoor pool, underground parking for 200 people, a thriving garden, as well as vineyards, and in addition to that, it is said to also have its own fire station, which is just wild. Imagine having a fire station on your property. George mainly bought the property so that he could build a large studio, but for 25 years, the residents of the area have fought with his plan because it would mean more light and noise pollution. In at number 2, Bill Gates. Although he's not technically a celebrity in the sense that he doesn't act or sing, Bill Gates is famous enough to be included in this list. It's really quite difficult to describe Bill's Medina, Washington home. This state-of-the-art lakefront estate is called Xanadu 2.0 and features 7 bedrooms, 24 bathrooms, and it spans over 66,000 square feet and includes 6 kitchens, a 2,100 square foot library with a domed roof, an exercise room with a sauna, separate men's and women's locker rooms, a steam room, and a trampoline room. Plus, an indoor and outdoor pool with an underwater music system, a man-made stream stocked with trout and salmon, as well as a theater. Due to him being a tech mogul too, there are plenty of over-the-top technological features, including rotating artwork and pressure-sensitive floors that ensures that security knows where everyone is at all times. Of course, finding your location in his own home shouldn't be too much of an issue because all of the guests are issued a microchip and a pin that tracks their location in his own house. I guess you need that if you got a big house. It also allows them to change the temperature and the lighting to their own preferences wherever they are in the home. The estate also ends at a beach on Lake Washington that consists of sand brought over from St. Lucia. In total, this home is worth an astounding $125 million. Last but certainly not least on our number 1 spot, Jeff Bezos. When it came to finding his new Los Angeles home, Amazon's Jeff Bezos left little to chance. The past 2 years, the world's richest man toured an upward of 40 properties in the Los Angeles area, having denied listings as low as $25 million. Ugh, $25 million. That gross house away from me. The house hunt came to a spectacular end in February after Bezos purchased the Jack Warner estate from David Geffen for $165 million, a record sale for a private residence in LA County. The home is 13,000 square feet and features 2 guest homes, a tennis court, a swimming pool, and a 9-hole golf course. The Warner estate was designed in the 1930s for Jack Warner, the president of the Warner Bros. Film studio, and is still one of the premier mansions built during the Hollywood Golden Era. With that, let's check out some of your comments from the video titled "The Truth About Johnny Depp." Renee Crockett says, let's not forget that he also lost his mother too around the same time as Amber Turd and the financial screw over. Yikes. Yeah, that would have definitely been a very emotional time in his life then. Cat Lady M says, I love Jack Sparrow, but my favorite is the Mad Hatter. Well, his Mad Hatter was definitely great, but my favorite is his Willy Wonka. I mean, that character work was next level. Megan Nottage says, I love Johnny Depp. He is superb in all of his films, and you, Bacon King, are excellent too. Much love to you. He was really great in Public Enemies. I appreciate the shout out in that comment, Megan. Also, I agree, he was tremendous in Public Enemies. Jennifer Eve says, any and everything he has ever played in. He's an amazing actor and an amazing person. He absolutely brings life to any character he plays. Couldn't agree more. M says, Dark Shadows. I like when she asked him, have you ever been stoned? And he says, they tried to stone me once. You know, I've never watched Dark Shadows, but that line just convinced me. And that has been the top 10 most expensive celebrity houses. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you to our editing team for all of their hard work. If you enjoyed this video, then please show us some love here by tapping that like and subscribe button. Plus, don't forget to leave us a comment down below with your thoughts on today's list. And for more videos like this one, all you gotta do is tap that playlist when it pops up. From top 10 on the screen, my name is Johnny Rogers, saying until next time, stay classy.